You know, every other day a car hits a pedestrian in St. Paul. It's become such a problem that St. Paul police are in the middle of a 2-week crackdown on drivers who don't stop when they should. So what are the rules when it comes to drivers and pedestrians on the streets? That is a good question that you also tackled earlier this week, Heather.
A scary one, too.
Yeah, but watching the video, I mean, I'm scared for your life when I saw you crossing those intersections.
Yeah, I mean, it was a little unnerving to go out there. We were out there with the St. Paul Police Department, so I was out there crossing, and he was just going back and forth, a plainclothes police officer, because they're trying to give people tickets who aren't stopping for the pedestrians. And as I would walk with him, we would go out, we would sort of look to see, just make eye contact with the driver, but there were a lot of people that didn't stop. I mean,
why aren't they stopping?
Yeah, so the part of this project, and part of what actually the University of Minnesota is also doing this, they found that only 43% of the time people are not stopping. So they would interview these people, and most of the people, I wonder, do they just not know the rules?
Right.
But most people just didn't see the pedestrian.
Okay. Well, what are the rules?
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah, I know.
Is it
Distraction, right?
Yeah.
What are the rules?
So the rules are that every intersection in Minnesota is a crosswalk, whether or not it has those painted lines or not.
I had no idea.
Right, and so every single intersection is, and what that means is that pedestrians always have the right of way. So cars have to stop for pedestrians if they want to go through an intersection.
Okay.
And so that's part of why they're doing this work, because a lot of people, they may not see them, they may be in a hurry, they may just keep going through.
What about jaywalking?
Yeah, jaywalking is a little different. So jaywalking, it's when you want to cross in the middle of the road, right? And you can legally jaywalk as long as there are no stoplights on either end of the road. You can walk across the street mid-block, but in that case, that's where the car has the right of way. You have to let the car go. The car doesn't have to stop for you mid-block.
Okay.
But let's say in downtown Minneapolis, every block has a stoplight. You are not allowed to cross in the middle of the block when there are stoplights at the end of the street. That's never allowed.
I know that you say that a lot of these accidents happen in the intersections with stoplights. So what's going on there?
So there have a lot of these in St. Paul. What they were telling us is a lot of these accidents where they do happen are at the stoplights. And so what their idea is, they are doing the intersections that aren't at the stoplights. It's easier to sort of enforce there. But they say if we can get people to pay attention there, the idea is that hopefully people will pay attention everywhere. So at the stoplights, keeping your eye on the road. They say people are just having this tunnel vision. They're just going and looking at the car ahead of them. They're not looking at the sides. They're not looking around. They may be looking at their phone. And you need to keep an eye out for kids that are crossing during school time. I talked to people in the neighborhood, and they were happy.
And there is so much going on now with construction, too, that there's that added distraction that there's really no excuse to not be paying full attention to what you're doing when you're driving at any time, but especially these days with all the other stuff that's going on.
I mean, driving is such an active activity, and people really sort of need to be aware of that.
You gotta be alert.
Cool stuff.